at the risk of gushing, okay? Um, I haven't even been working with you, Sylvia, that long. I think it's maybe been 2 or 3 weeks at the most. The number of breakthroughs I've had since then have been just remarkable. And I honestly think that the time we've spent together has saved me potentially years of learning. So first of all, thank you so much. Sylvia, you tell me things and then I have to process them and I come around and I realize how brilliant they really are. But the breakthrough that I had today was about the complexity of creating a membership site. I have a business, an existing brand that's been around for 7 years. So we've got some depth. And when I looked at creating a membership, I was stuffing everything in there. I mean, it was like, 4 different levels and all these different products and all of these different things that people were going to get. And I thought jamming more things in there was what was going to sell people. But it took me a minute when you told me that the more complex it is, the more confused people get. And I really see that now. And I see how I can create value in my membership without having to make it chock full of content, which I think is great. And it's going to allow me to launch way faster than I was going to be able to. The other one that I think your audience would be really, and I hope I'm not giving away any secrets here, okay? But sometimes I think you can give away the best secret and people don't get it until they get it. People buy people, not products. And I think I was always leading with my products. And then when Sylvia mentioned this to me, it hit me that that's not the way that I've experienced courses myself. When I've bought courses and I've used courses, usually it was led by the personality of the person I bought from. And sometimes the support or being seen by that person in any way at all kind of almost was worth the price of admission in the first place. And honestly, the more complex those courses were, the less likely I was to even get through all the content. Both of those points really came together for me just this weekend, and it's radically changed the way I'm looking at building my business. We have this style of yoga that I think is literally revolutionary, where it turns the typical yoga model on its head. So we empower people to practice on their own. And we've been doing that for years. So people come to our studio and they do their practice with supervision rather than being led. And they really feel a sense of ownership. But it's always bothered me that I can only touch 75 people or 100 people. And I've always felt like we have something that we need to get out there. Mm-hmm. So I've always thought there's been an online version of this, but I wasn't sure what it was. So when I first met you, I had one idea of what it was. And now it's grown considerably. And I think we can reach many, many more people. I am blessed with a really amazing partner. My wife is amazing. And, I couldn't do this without her. And our initial impetus to do this was simply to get her out of her 9-to-5. Because she is an amazing yoga practitioner and she is a nurse. So she works in a cubicle as a cubicle nurse at an insurance company. And she's just so ready for more than that. So our initial goal was to just replicate our current income so that we could create freedom for ourselves. So literally we could travel or live anywhere we wanted to. So that seemed to be fairly easy. Right away, I think when I spoke with you, Sylvia, you pretty much doubled the number I told you. Now I think it's kind of unlimited because I see how the more lives we can touch by structuring it correctly, the more money we can generate. So, all we want is freedom, but of course we're open to so much more than that.